Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Greg Jones with Engine Builder. Today, we're at Bradenton Motorsports Park for SICK Week 2025. I'm joined by Darin Hendricks. This right here is his 1993 Cobra Mustang with a 5.2-liter Super Cobra Jet engine, and it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pengrade 1 and L-Ring DOS Original.
Darin, good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Thanks for giving us a little bit of time to talk about the Cobra here and the Super Cobra Jet engine that you got in it. We'd love to know a little bit more about it. You said that this car has been around a little while and it's got some storied racing history. So
a lot of history to this car.
Yeah, if you would, tell us a little bit about how it got to the point that it's at now.
Well, I've had the car since 1996. It had 3,800 original miles. Pretty much been a race car its whole life. Wasn't my intention, but that's kind of the path I went down. Traveled through just normal test and tune. Started in the NMRA in a class called Pure Street, naturally aspirated small block, and then took some time off after that. Went to a class called Coyote Stock, which is sealed Coyote motor, heads up stick shift racing. So we did that for a while, won a championship in 2018. Kind of got bored with that, decided I wanted to do drag and drive. It's been a 4-year process to get to this point. I don't get a lot of time to work on the car. And kind of indecisiveness of exactly how I wanted to do the build, but this is where we ended up. So.
Yeah, very cool. So you mentioned that you were racing something where kind of had the sealed stock engine. So what was the process from going from that to the drag and drive type setup with this engine?
The Coyote motor proved to be very durable. My first version of that Coyote motor, sealed from Ford, we had to run their tune. That motor, when I got rid of it, had 553 passes on it. And it was, I sold it to my buddy and it's still going. So they're very durable. The car was already set up for the Coyote motor, so I found this motor for sale. The only way to actually get this motor was if you bought a Ford Cobra Jet, the car, you had an opportunity to buy a spare motor. A gentleman I got this from had 3 cars. He bought 3 extra motors, and so I ended up with this.
Good person to know then.
Yeah, so we did a little bit of work to it from just the stock, out of the crate, but more or less a good portion of it's still that way. But it's very impressive what these can do as far as when you put boost to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk about some of those details, the things that you switched a little bit, and then we can get into the details of what the Supercharger is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the original plan was to run a Ford control pack, which had the variable cam timing and everything. Ended up changing my mind. We went and locked the cams out, put a Holley EFI system and everything on it, kind of reconfigured just some of the accessory drive and everything on here. Decided to go away from the traditional motor mount setup, went to an engine plate. That took some work just to reconfigure the alternator and everything. Had to redo the entire fuel or cooling system. Had to redo the fuel system because we switched to E85. So it was we basically rebuilt the entire car for drag and drive. So.
All right, so Darin, obviously you got the Supercharger up top here. Talk a little about some of the details there.
Okay, well, basically this is a Gen 5 3-liter Whipple charger. We actually right now we're very conservative with it. It makes about 22 pounds of boost. We could up the boost if we wanted to. This car has, as of today, has 8 passes on it, is all this combination has on it. And so we're just kind of trying to sneak up on it just a little bit at a time. But this thing makes 17 pounds of boost on the 2-step at 3,500 RPM. So it's just about all in right from the get-go. So I'm new to boost. I'm usually a naturally aspirated guy. So this is kind of a whole different, this is a learning curve for sure.
So you got that learning curve, plus this is your first drag and drive event. Absolutely. So talk a little bit about that. What was it about drag and drive that drew you in, and how's it been so far?
I've followed it for a long time. A guy I always followed, his name was Tim Flanders. He had won several of them in naturally aspirated. He had an LS combination, very simple, made it look easy. Said it was the best time he ever had. And then I was introduced to another friend, Steve Winningham. I rode with him last year. He had a NA combo, but it was a 6-shift combo. And to be honest, I had more fun riding with him last year just as a co-pilot than I did in an entire season of heads-up racing. Wow. So that just affirmed my decision to do this and go all in on it.
Here you are. Yep. Very good. So let's talk about, you mentioned a little over 20 pounds of boost. You could put more to it if needed. What does that equate to in terms of horsepower for the engine?
Well, right now, on just a very conservative tune, it made 1,026 on a hub dyno before we brought it down here. It's easily capable of over 1,300. Okay. It just, again, we're not going to push it. I mean, I'm a stick shift guy. We got a new clutch set up and everything in here to handle this horsepower. In the past, I wasn't allowed an adjustable clutch in the racing I've done. We have an adjustable clutch in it now, so there's been a little bit of a learning curve with that. So like I said, we're just kind of trying to sneak up on it. The plan is just to get through the week. I mean, we're doing all right, can't complain, and we'll gradually try to get a little bit faster this week, but we just want to make the full trip. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so Darin, you're running the stick shift class. How did yesterday go? What was the ET yesterday?
Yesterday went great. We went up there. The track was a little iffy, but we made a few changes to just kind of make sure we had a good solid pass. It went, I believe it was 881 at 158. So we tested on Sunday, and it went at 883 then. So we went a little bit faster yesterday. We're hoping to go a little bit faster today. So.
Yeah. And are you guys limited with your license or chassis or anything? Or how low do you...
This car is actually certified to go 750. Okay. So, obviously we don't have the power to go quite that fast. I do believe this car will go 830s, with a little bit of work. The car weighed 3,200 pounds with me in it. Ended up a little heavier than I wanted it to be, but with all the street stuff and everything back on the car, that's where it ended up. So we've got the horsepower to make up for the weight, but we're sneaking up on it.
Yeah, very good. Well, Darin, anything else about the Super Cobra Jet engine that we're leaving out, or just anything else about the Cobra Mustang that you want?
No, the car itself, I've had this car for a long time. This is all the original paint except for the hood. It's an original actually, when I took it off the street, it had 21,000 miles on it originally. And, we've changed this combination with this car so many times over the years. It's got a lot of sentimental value to me, and this motor was just in a Super Cobra Jet motor in a Cobra. It just kind of fit.
Yeah, it's rare that you see even a Ford with a Ford anymore. Exactly. Everyone's doing something different, so it's very cool. Well, Darin, we appreciate the time. Thanks for telling us a little bit about it, and we wish you the best of luck going forward this week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, we appreciate all you guys watching this episode of Engine of the Week. Make sure you guys are checking out enginebuildermag.com for more great engine content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hey, while I've got you guys here, I wanted to tell you about Find a Builder. It's a new microsite on enginebuildermag.com that's great for both engine shops and for potential customers looking to get engine work done. If you're an engine builder, this site is a place where you guys can list your shop and what you guys do to potential customers through enginebuildermag.com. It's an easy subscription-based microsite that'll let you guys connect to a new audience. And if you're a potential customer looking to get engine work done, this is a source to help you guys find a shop that's in your area or one that specializes in the type of engine work that you're trying to get done. Make sure you guys are checking out Find a Builder on enginebuildermag.com. Thanks.